'Twas the month of December. It's here at last. Let's watch holiday movies on this podcast. The popcorn was ready. The beverage is cold. The remote was in hand, and the TV was old. The hosts were all settled with their choices. I know you can't wait to hear their voices. Patrick's got White Claw, Dustin's got beer. The time to watch obscure movies is here. Earlier at Gimcracks, they both stumbled in drunk, yelling, "We want better movies because last year stunk." Away to the basement, Gimcrack flew with a grin and came back up, the bag made from human skin. As he opened the bag, the lights started to flicker. He pulled out some old movies and let out a snicker. When what do their drunken eyes start to see? Not just one Krampus movie, but 3. But that's not all. What else did they spot? Some raccoons and a Santa robot. With blurry vision, these movies looked great. So the hosts ran home because they just couldn't wait.
We did have some leniency on you. I did try to go on your behalf to ease up on you with some choices.
Oh, right, because the other movie that I was thinking about picking was, what the fuck was the other one? It was it was called Frostbiter. I thought it would be
Frostbiter,
good
yeah,
because it would kind of like harken back to Winter Beast, because it's another stupid cabin in the woods in the winter movie with really good puppetry and nothing else. But it is unwatchable though, and I'll tell you why it's unwatchable. Instead of a score, the entire background is just bad heavy metal music and bad rap. But
Patrick,
it never stops for one fucking minute of the film. It's always blaring, almost so loud you can barely hear the dialogue sometimes. It's relentless. It's nightmare-inducing.
I mean, that sounds bad, but it also sounds like it would have fixed like 80% of my problems with things.
and like, Horror Hospital.
Yeah, actually, come to think of it, I feel like that would solve a lot of the problems on this podcast.
Yeah. Yeesh.
Yeah, it goes in the opposite direction of Horror Hospital, which has one song.
And it's a fantastic song. For
30 seconds, charitably 30 seconds.
I mean, not everybody has budget to hire a composer. I guess Hans Zimmer was busy that weekend.
Look, there are people who will work for pennies. Every single terrible cult slasher movie you've never heard of has its own custom theme song. It's not just Angela's theme.
Was that supposed to be indicative of horror slasher theme songs?
No, that's the 30 seconds of music this movie we were talking about had.
No, it's not.
We watched this. It's supposed to be like this horror movie that had no soundtrack at all to it, except for.
Hang on. It sounds like the playoff music for The Price is Right. Like Bob Barker just said, you didn't win the toaster.
Let's make a deal.
It's totally let's make a deal music. It's so bad. Like, and it's just out of nowhere.
This is the music when Wayne Brady was like, no, we're not bringing this back. Fuck it. Throw it in the trash. We'll hire a new sound editor.
Yes. But yeah, Patrick laid out some options of movie choices, and I decided that we should go easy on you for once.
I appreciate you immensely because this is actually the first time I've legitimately enjoyed watching one of these movies beyond just masochism.
Yeah, this one fucking rules. That hands down top 5 Christmas horror movies of all time, easily.
Like, I don't want to blow my comedic load, before we've even had the official theme roll, but goddamn, it was really fucking good.
Yeah, it's got some fucking issues though.
I mean, it does. I'm really curious. I have one problem with the movie, and that's it. But
I I have a couple of problems, and most of them are just like a writing related one, but we'll get into it.
All right, so before we start, Merry fucking Christmas, guys. I have my White Claw because it is a White Claw Christmas.
I've poured honestly way too much Baileys into my hot chocolate.
Sweet. And I'm on Vicodin and Adderall, so let's
As
roll
is
this thing.
tradition.
Nothing says 'tis the season like prescription painkillers and the opioid epidemic.
Chris, what's your history with Christmas horror movies, and what are some of your favorites?
So I would like the record to reflect that I am an absolute fucking Christmas fiend. I am the guy who has to fist fight my wife to keep from putting up the tree at 12:01 a.m. on November 1st. I listen to Christmas music in July. I have a specially bejeweled Santa hat, especially for the season. Like I am the happiest nutter in this asylum. That being said, I love Christmas. That being said, Christmas horror movies are kind of not really been something I've got much into. You know, for me, the most action-packed Christmas gets is like a yearly rewatch of Die Hard, and that's about it. So this was a little outside my wheelhouse.
So I still maintain Die Hard isn't Christmassy enough to be a Christmas movie, but
you know, we're gonna stay friends on this podcast and not talk about
it. Dustin, what's your vibe on Christmas horror?
You know, I've only seen a few, I would say. I mean, I don't know if you'd classify Nightmare Before Christmas as a Christmas horror, but I would
1000% it's a Christmas movie.
I'd say it's more a Halloween movie, but go on. I'm just gonna get real controversial on this podcast.
Yeah. And Gremlins was also a good Christmas horror movie.
Fantastic film.
Yeah.
And
fantastic.
and then the a couple of the Krampus movies, mainly Rare Exports and
Krampus by the guy who did Trick or Treat.
What was that one with the wrestler in it? There was something.
Santa's Sleigh, fantastic movie.
Yes. So, and that's what I saw as well. So yeah, there's been a few of them here and there.
Well, the ones you've cited are the ones I like because there are basically two schools of like Christmas horror. There's the cartoonishly ridiculous kind of fun Christmas horror, and then there's movies that in their attempt to be subversive aren't just violent or scary, but openly like the most grim, dark, cynical things I have ever seen.
Yep. So like, where does Christmas with Cookie fall into this? It's the greatest Christmas movie ever made, possibly.
It is the greatest Christmas movie ever made for $1,000. Now,
surprisingly dense category, if you'd believe it.
So we will still remain friends on the podcast. No, like movies like Black Christmas, every iteration of Black Christmas, I contend. And then like Silent Night, Deadly Night, the first one, which is important. We'll come back to that later. Or Christmas Evil, just absurdly grim films, right? Mm-hmm. Christmas Evil, also called You Better Watch Out, and they reference Christmas Evil at the beginning of this movie. But this one that we're watching today, which is for the audience, Christmas Bloody Christmas, really just kind of like threads the needle on both. And I think it's really like a masterful execution of being dark and violent, but still fun and festive.
I could see that. I think coming back to your original point, I think that there are a lot of movies, especially those grim Christmas movies, that don't so much. They aren't making movies about Christmas. They're making movies about dark, horrific shit and using the facade of Christmas to kind of make it more transgressive for free.
Yeah, Silent Night, Deadly Night is just trying to be transgressive in some very strange ways.
Yes, whereas this movie, I feel like it legitimately loves Christmas. I think that the person who made this movie like enjoys the Christmas holiday and was like, I want to make a fun Christmas movie that just so happens to have a guy getting bludgeoned through the head with an axe.
Well, I will tell you how this came about, because this came about as a pitch for the Silent Night, Deadly Night remake. And the producers were like, well, no, a robot Santa is way too far adrift from our core premise, so no. And so Joe Begos, who made this film, both the writer and the director, He thought about it for a while and eventually fleshed it out to what we are watching now. That's your history. I don't know if any of this part of this screamed like Silent Night, Deadly Night premise to you, but it kind of feels that way as he's walking around with the axe.
I can see it at the core, like at the heart of it.
Have you seen Silent Night, Deadly Night?
Bits and pieces enough to I'm familiar enough with the premise that like.
Well, have you seen the first one, or have you just seen the Garbage Day clip from the second one?
I will own up to it. I've only seen Garbage Day, and I've heard in passing about the first one.
Has nothing to do with the nightmare I'm describing. Dustin, have you seen Silent Night, Deadly Night, or any of the sequels thereof?
I have not.
Okay, so Silent Night, Deadly Night, which is, again, we're talking about Christmas, Bloody Christmas today, but Silent Night, Deadly Night, they go to see. It starts out with the kid and his brother as little children, and they're seeing their grandpa in a nursing home, and he tells them this weird, fucked up, menacing story about them all getting murdered or some shit. And it's like just traumatizes this child. Like Santa Claus is going to kill him. It's weird. And then they get, I think their car breaks down or something on the side of the road, and the guy comes up dressed in a Santa Claus costume, and jacks the car, kills the dad. I think he might sexually assault the mom. I don't remember. There's a lot of rape in this movie. And then he murders everyone, and he murders the two parents. And so it traumatizes the kid. And he's like, well, Santa Claus is evil. And then they get sent to be raised in an abusive convent where the nuns abuse them all of the time for being naughty. So then he's like, well, Santa Claus is evil, and also being like there's a moral code that everyone needs to abide by. And so he gets a job at a toy store and during Christmas and snaps and goes around murdering people dressed as Santa. That's the movie.
Okay.
And whoo boy, does it go places. This movie is Christmas, Bloody Christmas, and it just simplifies the plot so much by having Santa Claus being a robot, an animatronic meant to sell toys that was initially designed by a weapons manufacturer.
What impact do we think the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise had on this movie?
I don't think any, because like the core premise is capitalism in action. It's Raytheon going, well, we made this into a weapon, but can we license it commercially too and make money on the back end? It's so believable.
Yeah, it is. I'm spinning my wheels here because there's a thought I want to have, but I can't think it because it's 0 dark 30 and 30 minutes of sleep. So you go ahead while I grind my gears on this.
Oh, fantastic. Here's the thought. The movie today we are watching is Christmas, Bloody Christmas. It is about people being terrorized by a evil robotic Santa on Christmas. That's the premise. But Chris, if you were going to try to sell someone on this movie in about a minute or less, how would you do that? What's your pitch?
My friends, I have shot 45 minutes of two actors having the most insane on-screen chemistry you are ever going to have, and then after that, there's a fucking killer slasher movie that happens after it.
Fantastic.
For free.
Now, let's see.
There is a trailer available that I have at whenever you're ready for it. You just tell me when. You ready to hear that now? All right.
Absolutely.
Mill Basin is a nice town with good schools.
Wait
Julie,
a minute.
What did Emerson mean by
trailer?
What were you playing?
What the hell trailer was that? Oh, you know what? That was the trailer for something else. What was that movie?
This feels like you're pivoting and you're like pulling a fake out on us with the episode.
I am not. Hold on. Give me, talk amongst yourself. So I'm going to step away for about 20 seconds while I actually try to find where I put this damn trailer.
Patrick, what would your elevator pitch in this movie be?
I gave it to you earlier. This movie is a Clerks meets the Terminator, but all Christmas and with way more cunnilingus.
God, there was a lot of cunnilingus.
The maniac in this movie cross-cut that scene and the orgasm with a murder and blood spurts.
Yeah, he really did.
Insane.
The symbolism was heavy-handed to say the least, but goddamn was it effective.
It's great. So last night you texted me while you were watching this in real time and said, I've only watched this for 5 minutes and it's already unhinged.
Yes, it is.
And I told you that it goes so much harder. And was I wrong?
No, you were not at all. I thought I literally was wondering how you were going to top making me watch Jonah from the new Mystery Science Theater 3000 eat a woman's ass out live on screen, but somehow it did it.
Yeah, by splitting him in half.
Yeah, man, and it did not hold back.
Would you consider him a bisexual?
God damn it. That took me a second.
Okay. Hang on. Almost there. Jesus Christ. Amateur hour.
God damn it, Dustin. Don't you know we only have the highest standards here on Found on Shelf? I need you to get it together. Your annual performance review is going to be garbage.
All right. Here we go.
The U.S. Defense Department has spent over $1 trillion on the most cutting-edge robot technology. Introducing Robo-Santa Plus for the upcoming holiday season.
What are you going to do this fine Christmas Eve?
I was potentially going to go meet up with a dude. I've blown him off twice already, so.
Come on, get a drink with your old pal, Robbie.
What's up with you two?
I just grabbed him a drink.
I talk her out of some Tinder trash.
You didn't talk me out of anything.
Christmas!
Humbug.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
New animatronic state-of-the-art Santa Claus, featured at our own TW Bunkers, is now the subject of an international recall.
Santa?
What? This guy killed the kid next door!
Oh, shit!
You hear that?
Or what?
You need to give me a gun.
What is that?
It's him.
Oh, Santa Claus?
Yeah, it's fucking
Santa
Claus.
Claus!
Have you heard from the boys down at the scene yet? They're still down there counting bodies.
That's a pretty badass trailer.
It's fucking sick. Absolutely perfection.
Possibly one of the better trailers we've had on the show. So
Better even than the shock treatment trailer?
Yes. Dear God, yes.
So, does anyone else have some stuff to say about this movie? Because I feel like I'm leading the conversation. So
Well, it was your pick. I mean, we can give the little play-by-play and talk about it a little bit here.
I mean, I feel like we're obligated to talk about the performance the main two leads given it.
You're talking about Riley Dandy and Sam Dalek as Tori Toombs and Robbie Reynolds.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of that's my personal elephant in the room was Lord. I think this kind of brings me to my first major critique of the movie, which is just pacing in general for the first half. And, you know, I get it in a sense, but no joke, half of this movie is just these two actors flirting and drinking and shit talking and fucking. And it somehow manages to keep it entertaining the entire time.
It's fantastic.
And that is an almost Herculean thing to do.
This is actually Dustin's least favorite part of this movie.
Really?
Oh, I'm still here. I'm back. Sorry.
Is he just giving me the silent treatment because I liked it?
No, I didn't hear anything you said because I yanked out the headphone cable somehow. But I had a problem with a lot of that first half hour of the movie and all the banter and the fact that it didn't really mean anything or go anywhere.
I mean, what do you mean? It sets tone and makes you like these people.
I didn't like them. I didn't like her. And I think that's because I knew a lot of people like her, and I felt that they just tried to push her to be way too edgy and way too like in your face about stuff, and it it just kind of grated me the wrong way for some weird reason.
I think it's mostly it's grating on you. I think it's fantastic that they did it because like it's not like telling you, oh, she's awesome for being this person. It's like this is the person that it is. And like as an like warts and all, it can sometimes be funny and charming. Most of the time, it's really annoying, and this is who they are. I compared this to Hellfest because Hellfest does the same thing, where they're like, okay, let's try to make you actually like the characters that are about to get murdered before we murder them.
Which I think is something that goes overlooked in a lot of slasher flicks, and that like the victims are just that, they're victims. They're not people. Like they're just bodies that are you're waiting to get dropped in increasingly creative ways, which is fine, but like the emotional stakes makes it more fun.
So the way this movie is set up, this is the Christmas Bloody Christmas. It's a small town. The toy store in the small town has this evil weapon robot on display, and it goes haywire and kills everyone. But the movie itself is about a record store owner in the small town and her one employee, Robbie, on Christmas Eve. She's going to go out. She's got a Tinder date set up. Robbie obviously has the hots for her. It's been a thing for a while, and you know she's not something she really wants to have happen or deal with. But they basically just get drunk and hang out all night instead. And they go from their store to the toy store where their friends are, to the bar, back to her house, and it's just long drunk night. And the thing about this movie that works for me is every person has had this night, the night where the party should have already ended, but you're still here. And there's really nothing left to do but make bad decisions. And they do.
And I legitimately have had the conversation about they cut their hair and then released the shittiest album ever. Like that is a conversation I have had with my friends, and I was like, "Oh, this is too close to home. This is not real." Like at this point, this isn't acting; they're just improvising.
I did wonder how much of that was actual scripted and how much of it was just going off the cuff. Because a lot of it seemed like it was just going for it.
I did not find any notes about the writing of this movie. Joe Vegas did it. He did write the script. I don't know how much of this was scripted or how much is improv or how much it's kind of like a hybrid. There wasn't any notes on that I saw from any of the content I found. But so I think there's a couple things I want to point out. First of all, the record stores is like massive. And it's got some cool stuff on display. There's some New York Ninja merchandise if you look around. And the entire movie, starting here and continuing throughout the rest of the movie, is lit, as I have described, as if it were a head shop. It's all like you turned on a black light, and it's all blues and purples, and some greens and yellows.
Black light is everywhere. You can smell the patchouli, and I will be upfront. I watched this movie with a splitting migraine, and this movie did not help in the slightest. This movie does with lighting what things thought it was doing.
Yeah, and I grew up like going to Berkeley quite a bit, so this kind of reminded me of some of the little record stores and stuff we used to go to in my younger days, minus all the black lighting stuff, but. Yeah, it kind of gave me that little vibe of it, which was always fun.
The movie just oozed that like oversaturated neon style. Like the whole movie just felt like it was like Blade Runner or Streets of Fire. Just oozed that like late 80s neon style that I really dug.
Yeah. And then when they were talking about various Christmas music and shitty Christmas music, they did bring up the amazing Crypt Keeper rap song, which is not referenced nearly enough in the world.
I think it was the Crypt Keeper Christmas rap specifically.
Yes,
it was.
Mm-hmm. Which I don't know if I have a copy of, but I will soon.
Yes, you should.
No reference to "I Want a Skank for Christmas" though.
That's a shame.
Feel like they're not ska fans at this record store.
Probably not.
What about these people scream to ska, Patrick? They didn't like Metallica's Load. They're probably not going to like ska.
But yeah, basically the first 35 minutes of the movie was them talking about music for the most part.
It's Clerks. It's straight up Clerks.
And you know what? I think I would have liked it if it was just that movie. Like that would have been kind of a fun, crazy night movie. But it kind of turned, and I think I liked it, but I didn't like it at the same time. I'm kind of conflicted about that.
What's really interesting about this is the thing that you don't like about it is the thing that I love about it.
Yeah, right. Maybe it's just because it just seems so off. Like if you were just to sit somebody down and just make them watch the first 30 minutes of this movie,
okay,
you would never guess in a million years that this was a horror movie.
I think you just have a hard time believing like the genuineness of the performance. Is that kind of what I'm taking away?
Imagine this. Imagine. Think about sitting down and watching Dusk Till Dawn for the first time in 1995.
Oh, yeah, that was a fantastic experience because I watched that without knowing what that was.
Yeah, and it's the same idea. The first half is a crime movie, and the second half is a horror movie, and there's very little overlap. It's almost like a slick division. There's a little bit of overlap to this, not a lot, but just a little bit to let you know it's coming.
Right, I get that. It's yeah. Oh, I mean, overall, yes, I did enjoy the movie. I think that the opening and that stuff. I guess I just wanted to see more robot Santa killing people. An hour of it was not enough.
Well, you don't really get an hour of it. The movie's an hour and 27 minutes, and you get about 40 minutes.
40. Yeah.
It's about 45 minutes of Santa killing people. It is a 3-act movie, but it almost feels like 2 acts, like you say, because there's that division around the middle, like almost at the middle point, it pivots into horror. But it is 3 acts. The first act is them in town partying. The second act is when they get back to the house, and the third act is when she's at the police station.
Yes,
I can see that. Yeah.
And then there's actually 3 clear phases, because you've got the preamble, which is them hanging out, and then the part when it all goes to shit. But then the third act is just her.
Yeah.
And this is actually the part that I think the movie struggles in, is the third act.
Really?
Yeah.
How come?
Okay, so I guess if everything we've said to this point sounds cool, just stop listening, go watch the movie, and come back. Because from this point on, there will be spoilers, and this movie fucking rules. You should go watch it.
Overall, yes, absolutely.
So pause it right now. We'll wait like 10 seconds. Go pause it. Go watch it. And we're back.
And the third and the final act of the movie is just her facing off against Santa Claus, right?
Yeah.
And she kills him dead, and then he wakes back up. And she kills him dead, and she wakes back up. And she kills him dead, and she wakes back up. It ends more time than the goddamn Return of the King.
It really does.
At the 1 hour and 18 minute mark is a perfect place to end it. At the 1 hour and 20 minute mark is cutting your losses and ending it there. But this movie goes on for 2 or 3 more extra minutes. There's more death and destruction. Every time she pins this motherfucker down, he gets back up and fucks it up worse. And that's the problem. It's tedious.
Yeah, this robot gets up more than Jason fucking Voorhees.
Yeah, it's tedious at the end. So from an hour and 18 minutes to the actual end, that last like 10 minute of movie is a slog for me.
I will say the movie does fall kind of flat, because I think they kind of run out of ideas of what to do towards probably about the last 10 minutes, and so it's literally just Tori getting the absolute fucking brakes beaten off of her over and over again, and then when it's finally dead, she just kind of stumbles down and falls down, and it's Christmas Day, and they literally end a freeze frame on her face.
That actually is fine. That's perfect. Because this movie is meant to emulate exploitation movies of the 70s, which is why everything feels sleazy. It's why they went with that head shop lighting. It's like to make you feel sleaze. And ending that way, where the movie has no idea how it ends, and it just ends in a freeze frame with a distressed face. Like 90% of the movies from the 70s, you can pick them, and they'll end that way. So for tone, it's fucking perfect. But that gap between where she blows him up by lighting the fucking car on fire to killing him like 3 different times in the record shop. Like they could have done something different there. Or maybe to get her knocked back by the explosion and then still into that freeze frame or something. I don't know. But like, I don't have a problem with the freeze frame, but I do have a problem with like over and over and over.
There could have been I'll wait till the end when we talk about our 3 things, but there's definitely an idea I had towards the ending that would have, I think, made it a touch better. But we'll talk about that when we get there.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's hard to talk about this movie in any real linear way, except for to say that, hey, look, the 2 leads, they hang out, they talk, they have a drunk night, and then they go back to her place, they have sex, and then Santa Claus starts killing people.
Yeah. Yep. And I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Robo Santa in itself. Is that
really?
Well, I kind of want
keep
them
in mind,
to.
You are on record as liking redneck zombies.
This is true, yes. But my problem. I'm gonna sound like a huge like film nerd douchebag.
I felt it coming. That's why I wanted to I wanted to put some blacktop on that runway before we did this.
Like, what's his motivation? No, but I mean, like,
he's like he doesn't eat, he doesn't sleep, and he absolutely will not stop until you are dead.
Well, that's like asking what Arnold's motivation was in the first Terminator movie. He didn't know what his motivation was. He barely spoke English.
But here's what I mean. This is why I kind of love it and I kind of hate it. It's like, I want to know what the idea was behind this robot for the Department of Defense and why all of a sudden it just picks up an axe and starts killing people. But on the flip side of that, I love that they don't fucking touch that at all and they don't mention it at all. It's just there and you just have to accept it and deal with it.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm saying. I kind of love it and I kind of hate it because I'm like, I want more, but I'm glad they didn't give more, because if they gave more, it would probably be very lame and just kind of ruin it.
It would lead into like the Stephen King impulse to explain everything when they're like, we got the premise, we could explain it, but it's going to sound stupid. Why don't we just fucking go for it?
Just do it. Yeah.
I feel like Patrick really hit it on the net with like the nail on the head with like that message about like capitalism. Like the reason for it is because Raytheon wanted to fucking kill people, and then when they couldn't sell it to kill people, they just sold it for something else. Boom, there you go.
Yeah.
Honestly, when you look at it that way, I'm amazed. Yeah. When you put it in that perspective, you're almost amazed it hasn't happened in real life.
I mean, give it time.
Or has it? But can we talk about some of the awesome kill scenes? There were some great kills in this movie. Like, I mean,
yeah, there really were.
Just Santa with an axe, just slicing people like in half. It was like kind of like Terrifier vibe, just slicing the whole upper torso, ripping them apart. Good stuff.
My personal shout out goes to Tori's sister, who had her head fully turned around.
That was a good one.
Just got the full owl treatment.
Yeah, there was a couple of axes to the head.
I think it's worth pausing when they're going to escape the house and they hit that guy's car, the neighbor Benny, and he comes out and starts screaming at them because he hit his car, and then he gets an axe to the head.
Okay, quit fucking honking. Yeah, okay.
Benny is Joe Begos. That's the writer and director of the film.
Okay.
If we're doing this, also the guy in the bartender is the producer and the editor. He is the person who's serving drinks is the person editing this movie. The person who decided to cross-cut the brutal axe murder with the orgasm.
That was a good touch.
A modern genius of our time. I don't know why he's not working with De Niro.
Well, actually, he actually does work on a lot of like well-known films. He was the editor on Orphan First Kill. He was the editor on Hide and Seek. He was he's the editor on Gretel and Hansel. I haven't seen that one. He's also the editor on the previous Joe Begos movies, Bliss and VFW. I haven't seen any of the other ones. I don't know how good his other films are. The Begos filmography. Oh, also, our editor was the editor on Leatherface and Beyond the Gates, which was a very, very strange movie about VHS horror board games.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
I like that. But speaking of actors and stuff, I did briefly look up because that Tori, I kept forgetting her name, so I looked it up, and she was in a lot of Christmas movies.
I know, right? like last year, she was also in A Hollywood Christmas, which is exactly what it sounds like, a Christmas rom-com.
Yeah. That
She's
was
also,
kind of a weird touch.
also a California Christmas, City Lights.
Sometimes you know your niche.
Yeah, I wonder if that's the reason he picked her.
It could have been. She does have that kind of sweet, innocent look to her. Certainly did not come out in her acting in this movie being sweet and innocent.
You mean the fact that in her living room she has posters of porn movies from the 70s, Stiff Competition, and The Pink Ladies?
Yeah, that would be one indication. Yeah.
I haven't seen either to comment on the content, but
no, yeah.
But vintage porn is not outside the realm of things we discuss on this podcast.
No, it's come up more frequently than most things.
I'm sorry, I keep bringing
the two worlds are intertwined quite frequently. I think one of the other things that I had that got me confused the first time I watched this movie was the fact that besides the one black police officer, every other cop looked exactly the same to me. They all had a brown mullet. And I was like, oh wait, that's that. Oh wait, no, that was the other cop. Yeah, I was like, that was the cop. That was no. He said his wife was out of town. Oh wait, no, that was the other cop. Son of a. I don't know if that was done with intent or not, but it was funny and it threw me off either way.
Were there only 3 cops?
Yeah, that's why the movie is that's why you feel like there should be more killing. It's like this movie was clearly made on a budget, so what they've done is have a lot of the action with the cops done over the radio as like they're dead, they're all dead.
Yeah.
It's nice because it doesn't really feel like a bottle movie, like they could only afford a couple of actors, but it's clearly, if you watch it, it's clearly what's going on.
Yeah. This is the emptiest town in the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was everybody in the town at that record store.
Yes.
So I was like, Jesus.
How do they afford all that neon? Shit's not cheap.
Yeah. I as we kind of got towards the end, and this like Patrick said, it kind of went on and on, and you're like, okay, enough already. But I loved seeing the Robo Santa kind of being broken down into more of a robot. That was pretty awesome.
I contend that this is the best Terminator sequel that's ever been made.
God, it really is.
I was getting Terminator vibes. I was like, yeah.
When it sat up for like the 4th time and it had like the literal glowing green laser beams coming out of its eyes, I'm like, oh, that's fucking sick. And then they started moving independently of each other. And I'm like, fuck yes. Why are we not doing more of this? Why is this not more of a genre?
They don't let horror people near big franchises anymore, and that's a mistake. Because James Cameron started out making horror movies, and the guy makes nothing but box office gold. Peter Jackson, have you looked at his filmography? Are you familiar with the Peter Jackson filmography?
Yeah, Peter, we need to do a Peter Jackson movie on this podcast at some point.
Which one do you do? Do you do
Meet the Feebles?
Meet the Feebles, not bad taste. Meet the Feebles, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when he was first announced as like the Lord of the Rings director, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, this guy," and I'm like, "You mean fucking?" I was like, "You mean the coked out Muppet movie guy? That guy? Okay."
And then Fellowship came out and it was a goddamn masterpiece because he directed it.
It does brain damage or Dead Alive. That does end with the zombie corpse of his mother opening up a giant vagina and trying to swallow the main character back in, right? Her son. I think that's how that movie ends. I didn't dream that.
I don't know.
And that's after you have the kung fu fighting priest and the lawnmower zombie murder scene.
Oh, that's the best. That scene is great.
I kick ass for the Lord.
But yes, that was That was pretty good. And by the way, have you watched the Muppets Mayhem show on Disney Plus?
No, I need
not.
to.
Okay, you need to watch it because there is a reference to Meet the Feebles in that show. And in my humble opinion, it makes Meet the Feebles canon in the Muppets world.
Oh dear.
You gotta, it's actually a fantastic, it's like the best Muppet show that they've done in quite a while, but that's not saying much because they don't know what the fuck to do with the Muppets.
Disney doesn't know what to do with the Muppets because the Muppets have just a little bit of edge, and you give Disney something with an edge, and they're like, what the fuck do I do with this?
Give me my sandpaper immediately.
Yeah, they just need more. Just need more drugs in the writing room.
Well, someone made a point one time that the Muppets really isn't intellectual property. It was like a group of performers, and now that they're all basically gone, retired, or dead, you can't really do the Muppets anymore. And it's a pretty good point.
Yeah.
Boy, we have really rabbit-holed on this.
Yeah, so Jeff Daniel Phillips, the sheriff in the movie. You want to guess what other film he was in?
Was he a sheriff in another movie?
He might have been. He's someone called Tenderloin in Westworld. I didn't watch Westworld. No. Did anyone here watch the god-awful Rob Zombie Monsters movie?
Oh, God, no.
No.
Guess who plays Herman?
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, yeah. And he's terrible.
Oh, God, I saw that. I mean, for the trailers I saw that, I was like, oh, no.
Terrible. Oh, yeah, he plays Herman Zombo and Shecky von Rathbone, but I'll be honest with you, I made it to about where the wedding scene is. So I think maybe 20 minutes into the movie, maybe 30, and I bailed. So I don't know what any of the other characters are.
You just brought the show to a halt, by the way. You had to bring up the fucking Monsters movie. I think it just killed us all a little bit.
Bringing up the Monsters movie will do that.
Yeah.
How about the part in this movie where the sheriff, played by Herman Munster, goes out to the Santa Claus has driven an ambulance almost directly into the cop station. Yeah. Him and his partner go out with shotguns. He walks around the back to take care of the Santa Claus, and you hear a slight scream, and then you just see his body get literally flung over the ambulance, lifeless, into a car.
There were several points where it's like, oh yeah, the movie's setting up, and as we're like the action hero starts, and like the sheriff goes out with the weapon,
just gets
or the dashing lead goes out, and yeah, it just gets turned into fucking paste.
And there were some good kind of horror kind of throwback references to like Michael Myers, where she looks out the window and like Santa's there, and then she like looks away and looks back, and then he's just completely gone. It kind of reminded me of little notes.
Well, you know,
the cinematography on this movie was really good at some point.
Yeah, and it was difficult too because again, they're lighting all this with extremely saturated color palette, and they're shooting on 16mm.
Like there's a scene where Tori and Robbie and her family are like hiding in the house while Santa is stalking outside, and the house is completely dark, but it's lit by the flashing Christmas lights from across the street. And at first, all you see is just the shadow of Santa, and then the lights fade, and when it flashes back up, it's just the axe moving across the screen. And I'm like, oh shit. Like that actually gave me chills. That was just a legitimately well shot scene.
Yeah.
No, it's great. That's the cool thing about this slasher, because he just there's no buildup. He just comes and annihilates everything like a force of fucking nature.
That's a good metaphor. He's not like a person. He's not like a monster. He's literally just a fucking tsunami of violence.
Yeah, he's just a weapon, and he's just unleashed on this town.
But no, I mean, coming back to the cinematography, like there were some angles and some like the way they shot this movie that was just really effective. Like there's the one scene where Tori and the black cop are in the cop car and they're arguing with each other and freaking out. And you just in the background, you see Santa, who's just gotten hit by a car, sit up and just slowly start walking towards the car. And it's just so good. It really just drives home how inevitable it really is.
Yeah, and that's one of those things that if they did describe why he was this killer robot, it would have kind of just completely ruined it. The fact that you don't know what he's capable of, it made it work.
It's literally just an endurance hunter, and it's brutal. This is the nicest we've ever been about a movie.
Hey, you know what?
Podcast.
It's Christmas time. We're just having a blast here. I'll ruin it. Don't worry.
I'm gonna make it weird. I'm gonna make it real weird.
You know what? I should have written down, now that we're kind of talking about it, is how many different ways she did try to kill him, or would have killed it. Like she grabbed a sword and stabbed him with it. She tased him. She
set him on fire with water.
Yeah, set him on fire. She like lit a waste paper basket on fire and set off the smoke alarm to douse him in water.
Like,
you're out of order, yeah.
I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head which ones were happening.
Let's also not forget literally just plugging a high voltage cable into him, and then also running him over with a vehicle, and then pushing another vehicle on top of him, and then lighting that vehicle on fire so it would explode.
Don't forget launching him out of a vehicle the front way as well.
That's also true. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, this is not some effeated last girl who's just there as a scream queen. She fucking fights.
Yeah. It's some Sarah Connor shit.
It's Ellen Ripley. That was my big takeaway. It's like, oh, she's fighting like she's goddamn Sigourney Weaver.
She was definitely kicking some ass. That's for sure. Yeah.
And I think that really helped. To sell how inevitable this monster is, because in other slasher movies, oh, we've got such a great idea to take this monster, I'll shoot him with my slingshot, and it's at the end of the day you feel like, oh well, I mean, you kind of deserve to die if that's your stupid fucking plan, but no, this girl's fucking fighting, and it just makes it feel all that more hopeless, and I really dug that.
Yeah, and she even gets her fingers chopped off at one point, which is kind of cool.
Oh, she I think her leg gets snapped and she gets her hand mutilated.
It's always, because you never want to see somebody come out just unscathed, because they're like, oh, this thing just destroyed everybody else in town, and yet you're just fine. Like,
the real scars, the emotional damage.
She did lose her sister and every single person she all of her friends, her new booty call. Basically everyone.
Who apparently gives just killer head. That's hard to come by.
And then asked her to peg him. Fantastic scene.
The question about the head, I think for a brief second there, he actually there was actual contact being made.
I don't think so.
I mean,
the movie specifically has her keep her underwear on so they can do this scene.
No, her underwear gets pulled to the side and his face goes right down there.
There are some scenes where it's pretty obvious that he's like, he's in the pelvis bone.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, there are a couple of scenes where it's like, I could see it, and given their performance, I could see it.
Yeah, there's some scenes that reminded me of The Room, that fantastic lovemaking in the navel. But
I didn't want to bring up The Room, but I mean, if he's gonna bring it up, we got to talk about it.
Not everything was positioned exactly correctly. No,
it never.
Yeah,
is.
There's no navel fucking here though. It's at least believable.
I don't know. His head's pretty close to her navel in that one scene.
Yeah. There's no navel fucking, but navel licking.
Yeah.
There might be.
Hey, we don't kink shame in this house.
This is true. I mean, if he figured out the combination, he figured out the combination. We're good.
I can't show my wife this podcast. I'm flailing. I tried to contribute. Don't let me do this again.
Holy shit. You know what I just realized?
What?
Who played Santa? I just looked up his name, and it's funny because
Abraham Ben Ruby?
Yes. Do you know who that is?
No.
That's Kubiak from Parker Lewis Can't Lose. And we just talked about Parker Lewis Can't Lose not too long ago. Yeah. All right. That's God, I remember that. Yeah. It's the second time Parker Lewis Can't Lose has popped up on this fine podcast here.
Everything's coming up Parker Lewis.
It's all switching now. It's no longer Murder, She Wrote. It's all
I'm going to spoil you here. There's no Murder, She Wrote connection in this.
Damn it.
I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we really want to spotlight. It's a pretty self-contained movie. Lots of people killed in very creative ways. Lots of like acceleration in the second half. It's really, really good exploitation vibes.
Yeah, I got to check out this director, some of his other works, because this was definitely entertaining.
I've heard good things about Bliss and VFW, but I haven't seen either.
We will work to get that changed because that needs to happen here.
Yeah, what, in season 5?
Yeah. We'll get there eventually, I guess.
We have themes coming up, people.
Oh,
Themes.
You just wait. We've got ideas. We've got concepts. We've got plans.
Some of them might even be good.
And some of them
probably not, but we'll try.
Yeah, we just don't have the time or the talent to actually do it, but we've got the ideas.
As the talent, I agree.
All right, so since everyone has notes, let's do it. We can talk about other stuff too, but like, what would you change?
Oh, wait a minute.
In a way, I brought you here to offer you a job. You think you can do it better, so here's your chance.
We can't start that without the voice of God. Chris, would you like to go first? What are the 3? I have 3 things, but Chris, I would like to hear what your 3 things are.
I would like to hold.
By the way,
my
did we even
initiative
introduce Chris? Did we even introduce the show?
No, there was no theme song.
Welcome to Found on a Shelf, a podcast where we talk about Christmas horror movies.
I figured you were just going to add it in post.
Oh, yeah, we'll figure it out later.
Just fixing things in post. Who told you that? It's a goddamn lie.
That takes effort.
I would like to hold my initiative and go last.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I will go right now. All right. Here's my 3 things. More laser-eyed Santa.
Perfect.
I love the laser eyes. I want to see more of that.
No notes.
Okay. Now this is my idea for how the movie could have ended on a kind of mirroring the way that it opened. It should have ended on like a news report of something about military robots being used for something else. I don't know what yet. I can't quite think of it. I'm sure something can come. But I think since it started with these kind of fake ads and fake news reports, I think it should have ended kind of with that, like a nice bookend, and just kind of left it kind of open for, killer robot something else in the future.
Well, let's pause your 3 things and just add a couple things. It does open with fake ads. As if you're watching a TV show. The first one is an ad for fortified wine for the whole family.
Yes.
The third ad is the explanation of the Santa's killer robots being in toy stores. But between those 2 is an ad for a Christmas horror movie in which the mom is getting ready to go down on Santa, and she turns to like, Billy, why are you here? Or something, talking to the obvious child in the room. This is an explicit reference to a scene in Christmas Evil. And if you have not seen Christmas Evil, it is a movie in which a child catches his mom and Santa Claus, who is his dad, having oral sex. And this fucks his brain up so bad, he decides to want to become Santa. As an adult, he just becomes Santa and goes on a night of deranged violence.
Because he wants his mom to go down on him?
No.
That's some weird.
Allegedly.
Actually, now I'm actually a little blurry on it, but I'm pretty sure Santa Claus was about to go down on the mom.
Sometimes he performs cunnilingus. Not often enough, in my opinion.
Okay.
Well, that's just not allowed. Like, I
think that might be what happened.
Can you even blame the kid?
It could be the other way around, but I think that might be the case. I put it in one of the clip shows. Do you remember?
It's all a blur.
I try really hard not to remember your clip shows, Patrick. I think the last time you did a Christmas clip show, I had to watch a fucking vagina monster eat children.
Listen, that was on Netflix. Don't blame me.
I'm not saying it wasn't on Netflix. I didn't see it on Netflix. I saw it in your goddamn clip show.
That's the part that disturbed you, not the 6-minute clip I had of Kirk Cameron.
I mean, maybe it's just exposure therapy from. Yeah, I don't want to talk about Kirk Cameron. I don't want to talk about Kirk Cameron.
Listen. Can your theory of evolution explain why bananas, Chris?
Please,
Chris. Why?
Please don't, Kurt. Please don't save my Christmas. Please don't. I don't want my Christmas saved.
All right, who wants hot chocolate?
I would like to swear off hosting the rest of this podcast and like Kirk Cameron's voice clips to the rest of my part.
So what's your third thing?
Okay. Okay. Now my third thing has to do with what I've talked about a couple times, the kind of the first half hour of the movie. I personally found that the music store edgy vibe was just a bit much. I felt like she was trying a little bit too hard to be. It just didn't seem like her character to be like this. And now Patrick, you know that it's completely out of character for me to overanalyze one tiny thing about a movie and do far more research into it than anyone ever should. But do either of you want to take a guess at how many times Tori said the word fuck in this movie?
So the total profanity quote for this movie, according to IMDb, is 5.6 swear words per minute.
Okay.
It's impressive.
I'm talking about just Tori saying the word fuck.
I don't know.
47.
255 times. That's on average one fuck every 20 seconds.
What a woman.
Now, hold on. I put together, this is just the first 30, this is within the first 30 minutes of the movie.
Fucking face. Fucking dumb. The fucking love. What the fuck else? They're fucking fuck that. Fucking fuck. I don't fucking care. Get fucking my fucking whiskey. My fucking shut the fuck up. Fuck your fucking. Do you want to fucking die? Fuck fest. Fucking sounds like you don't want to fucking a toy store. Fucking run around. Fucking motorhead. Merry fucking Christmas. Fucker. I fucker. Fucking. Fuck out of here. Fucking fuck. Merry Christmas to a.
This just sounds like a conversation with me.
Fucking fuck your mom.
Well, there goes any hope. There goes any hope of monetizing this episode.
Fucking what? What's that supposed to mean?
Jesus Christ, it's still going.
What is your fucking obsession with fucking this fucking car?
This is just the first 30 minutes of the movie.
Don't touch my fucking
Is this the video you're making?
Oh yeah.
This is fucked up. Nail on the fucking coffin.
I need Bagos to release the fuck cut.
Fucking ranchero. Fucking alcohol. Fucking big fucking chicken coops. Fucking what the fuck?
Fucking chicken coop.
So I originally thought it'd be funny just to pull all of the fucks and put them all together into one, which I did, but it was over 2.5 minutes long.
How did you find the timestamps for all of them? How much time have you had?
I went back and watched it with subtitles, Patrick.
Dustin, I think your Adderall dose may be too strong.
Let's see. I have 8 pages of notes on this movie. And hold on. Only 2 of them are actually notes on this movie. The rest of them is just a running count of timestamps.
Okay. I was going to say, I picked this movie. Do you know how many pages of notes I have on this movie? Take a guess. None.
One.
Yeah, you got notes. I have no notes. I have a tab pulled up. The rest is all in my head, baby. In my head.
I watched this movie yesterday.
Yeah,
like within the last 24 hours.
Those are your notes. Yeah, no, I watched it and counted how many times she says the word fuck.
I feel like that entire last little monologue from Dustin was delivered with like the Nicolas Cage from Kiss of a Vampire.
No,
it was like, no, fucking so.
No, it was delivered like Abed trying to do Nicolas Cage. I'm like, Nobody isolate that audio. So, Chris, what are your 3 things?
Okay, I have 2 serious things and 1 unserious thing. My first serious thing that I would fix is that I would make Robbie die later in the film. I would have Robbie die sometime around the police station massacre. Just because it would give a little bit of additional emotional stakes to it, because really after Robbie dies, like, Tori's the main character. Tori's not going to die. And the cops are there as meat shields. So I think that by keeping Robbie a little bit longer, you kind of keep that high stakes tension of these characters you've got invested in hanging around a little longer.
I don't know. The first time I saw this, I wasn't convinced that Tori wouldn't die, because I know the types of movies it is aping, and it would not be within the realm of possibility they would just axe Tori.
Oh, that's totally fair. But I picked up pretty early on that it was either going to be Tori or it was going to be Robbie who was there last. And the minute Robbie died, I was like, oh well, Tori's probably going to be the last.
Yeah, I think that would have been good to kind of have him stick around a little bit longer, just to vary some things about. Yeah. All right.
Let's see. My second one, and it just flew out of my head. My unserious one is that I would replace the Sheriff Monroe's actor with just straight Brad Garrett, because that's obviously who they wanted to cast.
His whole vibe looks like Nick Cave circa 2015.
Yeah, I see it. And then I think
is that my most obscure reference on this show?
No.
Come on.
I don't know. It was like the most crickets, so I was just taking a guess.
No,
it's just the worst one. Okay.
We know.
I'm taking notes.
Thank you for saying it. Patrick's gonna have to go and fucking demo reel all of his jokes before next session. Why are these not landing?
Do you have to know how this many Australian musicians to make a joke out here? I don't fucking know.
God, everyone's
okay. Nick Cave didn't work. Gonna do a midnight oil joke next time. See if that lands. If not, B-52's going down the fucking list.
Okay. I remember what my third thing was. My third thing is kind of the inverse of what Dustin's was, with like closing the scene with like a newsreel about, oh, these robots are on the rampage and here's what caused them. I would do the opposite. I'd R.L. Stein that bullshit. I'd have it zoom out from the town and you see towns all over on fire and Santa's terrorizing all of these other towns.
That would be
really
cool too.
just kind of sell the scope of, oh shit, yeah, you killed this one Santa, now go kill some more.
Yeah, we're all fucked. I like that.
The only thing I would end is I'd end it when she kills the Santa with the sword, and then have her like do the thing where she goes out into the street and collapses and has a freak out and freeze frame. I can see that. I like the killing the Santa with the sword, and then that's like 3 deaths before the end of the movie anyway. We still we eliminate some of that fatigue that you get in that last 10 minutes, and it ends on a strong note.
When he sat up after the sword stab, I literally went, Jesus Christ, really?
Yeah.
More?
Yeah.
Okay.
It got a little ridiculous at the end. If they'd have like had a little bit of restraint and killed him earlier, I think.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Well, all right. So where are we at on this here? Do we say enough about this movie? Should we?
I'll add one more thing. Go fucking watch this movie. It's fucking rules.
Yeah, seriously, go watch it.
I'm trying to run that counter up, by the way.
Yeah.
It's on Shudder. Get a Shudder membership. I mean, this movie alone will pay for your Shudder membership. Go watch it.
Get some hot chocolate. Settle down. Watch Saving Christmas. You don't want to watch Saving Christmas again? Patrick, let's watch another Kirk Cameron feature.
I think we're keeping the religious trauma to 1 episode a season.
Oh, hey, look at the time. I got a dip, guys. It's been a blast.
He's just mad because I showed him what Carmen was.
I'm amazed. I cannot believe I keep coming on these.
No. Actually, okay, but we do have a sponsorship for this episode. If you want to use our Found on Shelf name, you can get some fortified wine for the whole family.
Yes,
we are Found on Shelf. We are the Found on Shelf podcast. You can find us at Found on Shelf Pod on every social media site that is still standing. We are recording this in September. It is December, and it's a fast and changing landscape. So I don't know what the fuck is going on in terms of if Twitter's still around, if it's transitioned to being 4chan, if 4chan has changed into a stock portfolio, if
Mark Zuckerberg's running around in a Santa outfit murdering people.
I mean, he does that every Christmas. If you know, if what you do is you get some tin cups, you put a string between them, just throw one in a general direction and holler into it, and you'll hear us answer back. Found on Shelf Pod at tincup.com.
We're also on the new MySpace
and Friendster.
Yeah, all you honestly have to do is just do a search for Found on Shelf Pod, and you will see how many places I've whored us out on.
Angel Fire?
Did you say Angel Fire? Yeah, sure. Angel Fire, GeoCities.
You know what's funny is I just decided to Google Found on Shelf Pod, and it does pop up with a lot of stuff we're on. But one of the things that pops up, interestingly enough, is showtimes for the Frankenhooker movie tickets.
I feel like that's just justifying our position in the cosmos.
Yeah,
we're doing God's work, boys.
I'm good with that. Yeah. All right.
We're going to end on a religious note on this religious session. Go watch Frankenhooker. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I got some tunes to take you out on.
Listen here, St. Nicholas. Christmas Day is near. Me and all my fiendish friends have something you should hear.
Right now, because you never know what's going to come out of it. Well, don't all stop talking.
I'm honestly, I'm just sitting with the divinity of this movie that I watch and the legitimate serene peace that comes from knowing that this is the best movie you've ever made me watch for this podcast.
Okay, for the record, I like at least 50% of the movies I suggest. I'm not out here trying to actively suggest shit to people. I'm just an insane person.
I would never accuse you of ill intent or malice, Patrick. I would accuse you of psychopathy and bad taste, but that's not the same.